All right, Midjourney fans, it's time to get super excited because Inpainting is here. Now, for weeks, Midjourney's been telling us, we'll release it this week, maybe it's next week. Finally, Discord got their shit together and we have Inpainting. In this tutorial, I'm going to show you Inpainting and how you can take your images from this to this. Are you ready? Let's get started. We have been waiting on Inpainting for Midjourney for quite some time, and Midjourney has been telling us for weeks that it's coming, and Discord finally, released it for us late yesterday evening, maybe late last night. I found out like super early this morning. So let's talk about how this all works. Now, this is going to be Inpainting is the ability to kind of erase components of your image and generate new components. Now, this is the thing that's going to fix those crazy fingers, ugly eyes, extra digits, and different body parts that are random. This is going to help fix those things. So I'm just going to start with this image here that I generated yesterday. We know that we learned about the very subtle and very strong, the ability to make changes and variations. So instead of calling it Inpainting, and I suppose it's a trademark factor, they called it Very Region. Okay, this is the new thing. So for this to work, first of all, you would have to have upscaled the image. So if you're looking at the quadrant where you generate the initial, say, 4 images of something, like here, you're not going to see it. You have to upscale it before you can actually see it. And then you click Vary Region. Okay. Now I've already done this. And so you're going to see where I've already kind of colored in the part, and what it does is it puts these checker marks here to kind of, and it reduces the transparency so you can see the area that you're kind of coloring in, or I should say that you want the Inpainting in. Okay. Then you go down here to this space, this bar where you would normally type a prompt, and you type only what you want to be replaced. Okay. You type only what you want to be replaced. So I don't want all of the flowers and things around her face replaced. I only want her face replaced. I did put the type of art that I want, the medium, so that it can match. And this is marker art. And so I put marker art, blue monkey face. Okay. And so normally you would hit that little arrow, and then it'll go in and come in and generate. And here's what it generated for me. Okay, which was pretty cool. And it did not change the image itself. It only changed the area that I did the Inpainting in. So remember, it's the Very Region. Now, there's a few things that you should know. This does work. I went back and used some of my version 4 and V5 images. And it does also work on them. The thing is when you upscale something, if you don't see that Very Region, that means that it's not available for this. So for some of them, I had to go back and regenerate a version of this so that I could get the feature. So some of the old images have it and some of them do not. So if you don't see it, then you probably want to try and regenerate it and then see if you get that option. So I showed you on a small area. I want to show you something that I did on a different area. And this is for the avatar that I actually used in this video. I kind of landed on this lady here. And as you can see, she's kind of cut off. And then I really wanted a more, feminine light color. This is kind of a dark masculine color on the office. And so I also didn't like her head being cut off. So I zoomed out at 1.5. Okay. And then we got this image here where I've got the full image. Okay. And I decided to do a Vary Region on her. So when I click Vary Region, you can still see. So even though I've clicked off of this and done something else with it and gone to do other things, when I come back, the very region is still selected where I left off. Now that's pretty freaking cool. And again, this does work. I haven't tested it on iOS, but I saw some people on Twitter and they have tested iOS. I tested Android because I have a Samsung phone, and it works in the mobile Discord as well. Okay, so if you decide you want to keep changing this background, when you go back, it's still selected. And as you can see, I'll show you how to do this. It can be very tedious and complicated. So showing you the actual process is going to be a lot. I just want to show you what it's capable of right this second. Okay, and so we did a pink background. I've done a red background, so I'm going to just do a blue modern office, and I'm going to hit the plus sign. Okay, and when you do it, it tells you, hey, the job is being submitted. So I changed the background here and got this one where I wanted a pink office. And so I do like the fact that it still matched the tones and it still matched the style of the original image, but everything surrounding her has been removed. Okay, so we were able to get a pink office, and then I tried another one and I got this office with some red in it. And again, because it's still matching the tones of the office, I got this. Now, if I had said white office, I'm sure it would have done that, but I wasn't very detailed. And here we go again, and it did a blue office. I'm going to upscale number 4. Okay. And that's just kind of how it works. So this is great if you just need to change backgrounds. So let's test this with the illustration of a cute little rabbit alone in the forest. Okay, so we're going to go to the Very Region tool. And there are 2 tools. There's the rectangle and the lasso. And then there's the prompt area. I'm going to start this with the rectangle. This is when you want to have a large area erased or changed or whichever. So I'm just going to drag, and you see you get the transparent checker marks. Drag that here. And once you do it, you can't really like redo it or move it or anything like that. So you see, I try to select it, nothing happens. So if you like, I don't want to select this flower, so I'm going to undo and do it again because I only want the bunny. So be mindful of where you drag. Okay, got the ears in there. All right, I got the whole bunny. Okay. Okay, so now with the prompt, you only want what you want to illustrate. And so they're already alone in the forest. I don't want to reiterate or re-illustrate generate the forest. So I'm going to, did I misspell illustrate? Okay. And I'm going to replace this with a chipmunk, right? And I'm going to, I think it's spelled with you. Okay. I'm going to hit this arrow, which is going to submit it. You get a little pop-up window that says submitted, and then it closes out. Sometimes it pops up really, really quick, and it comes back. Now, I want to show you a different version. I also did this bunny alone in the forest as a photo, simply because the illustrations for me seem to work better. But I want to do this photo because it just didn't seem to generate what I needed in the photo. So this time I'm going to use the lasso tool. And the lasso tool is better when you need to be very specific and detailed. You need to maybe cut out the edges, but it doesn't work like a clear kind of cutout. And I'll show you what I mean, right? So when I select here, okay, and I can select around it, it kind of opens out and you drag it. And I drag it into a circular motion to kind of get what I want. Now, if you don't get all the pieces, you got to go back and create another component. And so this can be a little bit time consuming as far as I'm concerned, but uh, uh, that's what it takes. And it's still worth it if you get an image that you can keep using the inpainting over and over again, like I did that office background. Let's try a squirrel esque. Okay. And I'm going to hit, you could hit enter, but I'm going to hit submit so you can see it on the screen. And we'll see what's happening here. Okay, so look, it did replace it with several cute little chipmunks. I'm going to upscale number 4 so that we can take a look at it. And that's super cute. I'll try to put up the side by side so you can see what they both look like. Oh, and the squirrel. And so this did really, really well compared to what I'd seen before with the in painting. And all the squirrels look pretty good. There's a little white area around the ears for a few of these. So the best looking one is going to be, for me, number 4, but pretty good. Go ahead and play around with this sucker and tell me what you think. This is the game changer. So knock yourselves out. Catch you on the flip side.